What's going on, guys? It's Wafers, and welcome back to the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. It's episode 71, and today we are going to be starting off Season 7 of the Career Mode. Getting into this one, real quick, we'll look at, these are the preseason tournament games we will be playing. I'm going to sim through those, won't be playing those, and then our first match will be the Community Shield up against Manchester United. So that'll be our game for this episode. We have a lot to get through. As we look at the table, some of the new teams in the league include Brentford, who did get promoted. I believe they might have been in during one of the seasons already, but they are back up into the Premier League. We have the usual teams that have been sticking around all rebuild long, and then we have Watford and West Brom, who both come up to join us in the Premier League. So a pretty good division this year. We have, the usual tough teams, and then a couple teams coming up who should compete pretty well. Looking at the squad hub for this season, Jordan Shepard is a 78, no potential tag, which is unfortunate, but I always know he'll grow a couple ratings. He's just so good, can't take him out, so we will be keeping him. Looking through a couple of the other players, and we get down to Conlon. He is still an exciting prospect. That means he will continue to grow throughout this season. Pretty good stuff there, as he continues to just get better and better and better. Really happy with the way that he's progressed so far in this career mode. Andia is showing great potential. He's going to be a big part of the first half of the season, since Marsh is still injured. Coughlin still has potential to be special. I expect that he'll grow a lot this year. As you can see, Marsh is an 86, but he is injured for a couple months still, so we'll have to wait for him to return. We have Adam Allen, who has potential to be special. He will be getting loaned out, though, because we still have Connor Reese, who's only showing great potential now, but he's been very good as a backup, and we will be keeping him as that this season. Alex Bennett, 87 overall. Then we have Ravi Matondo, 84. Adam Rollins is an 88 overall, still has potential to be special, and he's looking very, very good. I expect him to hit 90 overall this season, and I'm excited to see what he can do. Lee Volks does not have a potential tag, and neither does Matthew Hopkins. So Volks will be starting this season, and he should grow a couple ratings. Lee Jenkins is up to an exciting prospect, and him and Telford will be splitting time as we try to go for the Champions League this season. Telford, obviously, our main man. He's been with us the entire rebuild, and he will continue to be our main striker. However, him and Jenkins will be splitting a lot of appearances this year throughout the different competitions as we just try to mix and match whoever's hot and just keep the goals flowing in the team. Looking at the objectives and for the youth development, we have a couple here. We'll probably hit these without even really trying. Usually I hit most of them just by scouting a couple players, and we don't really have to think too much about them. They are critical, but we have a lot of youth players in our squad, so usually the long-term objective is pretty easy, and the short-term one will be to brand exposure, don't really care about. Continental success, they want us to reach the semifinal of the Champions League. Obviously, my goal is to win the Champions League this season. That is the last major trophy that we are going for. We have not won the Champions League yet, and I want to do that. For the league, they want us to finish in the top 4 and win the FA Cup. Hopefully we can do those as well as win the Champions League. But the main focus for this season is to win that European title, win the Champions League title, and so that we can have every major trophy in our cabinet. Looking at our budget for this season, we have £86 million with £184,000 in the wage budget. Pretty good amount of money here. I will be spending it. I will be spending some of it in this episode as we see that some of our players have left on loans. We also get an offer for Nico Williams, and as you will see throughout this episode, this is a trend. Nico Williams is wanted. Napoli trying to bring him back to Italy. And right after that, Real Betis come in with a better offer, but we are not interested in selling our right back. He's been so good ever since we brought him in. We then get some offers for Jordan Shepherd and Conlon, and I was really interested to see how big the Conlon one would be, and it's 75 million pounds, a ginormous offer for our 21-year-old center back. We reject that, and then we go to make our first signing of the transfer window, going for Ethan Ampadu, a 25-year-old Welsh center back. He plays for Sheffield United. He can also play CDM as well as center mid, can play left back and right back if we need. So we're going to go in for him. I wanted to get a nice backup that could fill in if needed at a couple different positions. 23.5 million pounds was the offer that we made, and it would be accepted by Sheffield United. So a pretty decent price, only 2 million over valuation for him. And we go to negotiate the contract, and we will sign him up for £37,000 per week. We throw in a little £1 pound signing bonus so that they don't complain about that. And he will be joining the squad. And I'm really happy to have another Welsh player on the team. Obviously, as Newport County are based in Wales, I really wanted to focus on Welsh players for this rebuild. But he's also just a very versatile player. We can play him at a bunch of different positions all across the back line, in the center midfield if we really need to. And I think that'll come in very useful throughout the season. We get an offer here for a loan for Adam Allen. I will be delegating this so that hopefully Real Sociedad do accept the 1-year loan. We then get another offer for Nico Williams, this one by Bologna, trying to bring him to Italy, and we reject that. And then we see Adam Allen has been loaned out. So we successfully loan him out. He'll grow while he's on loan. We can always call him back in January if we need him, but I'm really excited to see how much he can grow while he's out. We then get an offer for Mefim, and we will reject that one. He is a starting center back for us, and he's performed very well. Besides a few slip-ups here and there, he's been very consistent. Our youth academy is looking pretty thin. We have some decent players, but no one really exciting. Prosser looks pretty decent, and he could get called up and go out on loan, but we don't really have anyone that's a very high overall and has very high potential in a position that's not goalkeeper. So I send out Bryn Bowen to go look for some of those players and send him out back to Wales. I then noticed that Scott Robertson was out in free agency. 25-year-old Scottish midfielder. He's 75 overall, and I thought it'd be nice just to have a little bit of squad depth here. We offer him a contract, and he does accept it. So pretty good signing here, I think. Just picking him up on a free, one of those signings that isn't over the top by any means, but just is helpful in building out the squad, and it could be a useful backup player here or there off the bench. If we play in some low stress games, we could throw him in there, and we could always use an extra midfielder. The game for this episode is the FA Community Shield, and there you can see that is what we're trying to win. We're playing Manchester United. I believe we're playing them because we won the Premier League and the FA Cup, and they came in second in both. So I don't know which one actually qualifies them for this, but either way, they came in second in both competitions, so we were going to face off against them. And in the 26th minute, they would come forward. Declan Rice would lay it off to Bruno Fernandes, who hits Lukaku. Lukaku back to Casemiro, and they're just working it around. They're going to go back inside, and then Fernandes puts through Lukaku, and Lukaku finishes. Really simple finish there for Lukaku. I can't leave him with any space in the box because he will finish everything. Then in the second half, we have Lukaku once again getting involved. He's going to get this one to Fernandes, and Fernandes scores. So we go down 2-0, and that is how it would end. Nothing really went right in that game for us, but it's okay. It's only the Community Shield, not too much to worry about. As you know, getting into next episode, we'll get into the Premier League games, and hopefully that game will just serve as a warm-up. We got it out of our system, got the early loss out, and hopefully this season we can be competitive in both the Premier League and the FA Cup, and hopefully win the Champions League. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, let me know what you think down below in the comments, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys soon with a new episode.